How's it everyone, and welcome to our video for the Kruger National Park of our bucket year trip. Starting out, what was the first camp? Olifants.
Yeah, so basically after Skakuza we obviously started heading more north.
Yeah.
So you sort of exit the central Kruger part of the park, and we stayed over at Olifants for 3 nights.
Yeah.
For 3 nights. It was a little bit different because this was our first bungalow experience in the park. And I must say it was a great experience.
Yeah, it was lovely little bungalow, perfect for a family of 4 because they put an extra bed in the room if you need one. Lovely little patio area, nice space in the front for the kids to play and have fun as well.
Yeah, and I mean, Olifants was pretty cool. As we drove in, there was a leopard lying on the rock right by the entrance.
Yeah, that was a lovely welcome to Olifants for us.
Yeah, and we thought we were in for a couple of days of excellent game viewing. But I must say, everyone told us as we started heading more north, we'll start seeing less sort of big game in the sense of cats. And yeah, that was definitely true. We obviously spent a lot of time out at Olifants, but we didn't really see as many cats as we did further south.
Yeah.
So just be prepared that when you do start entering the northern part of the park, that you do start seeing less of the bigger game. But we still had awesome sightings. Like we had a leopard as we drove in. That was basically the only cat sighting we had. But we had phenomenal elephant experiences.
Yeah. That was lovely.
So one thing that's for sure, is that when you start going north, the elephants, they go next level.
Ooh, yeah, I think we've developed a newfound respect for the elephants up north.
Yeah.
Just because of the way, they're not really aggro elephants as such, but they're very alert and very aware of their space, and they're not really happy for you to be too close to them. Just a word of warning, don't approach slowly.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's your first time coming to the park, do some research on, as silly as it sounds, just Google how to approach an elephant, especially a breeding herd or a big male and must, and
the cheeky teenagers.
Yeah, and I mean, it will save you a lot of stress in the sense where we did see vehicles sort of approach breeding herds very quickly and abruptly, and you don't want to sort of enter their space too quickly, and we actually saw them get charged. The vehicle in front of us, we sort of held back, and this guy just drove in, and you could see the Ellies did not enjoy that. They were busy crossing the road, and the last thing you want to do is get in between the matriarch and some of the younger ones.
Yeah, so over and above, Olifants was lovely, beautiful swimming pool for the kids, lovely restaurant, lovely shop as well.
Yeah, and you overlooked the Olifants River, which is absolutely
brilliant.
Phenomenal. It's a beautiful part of the park. That river is incredible. You can obviously stop on the bridge and have sundowners on the bridge. You can get out of your car. So Olifants was a good experience. I wouldn't say it's up there in terms of our top camps.
No.
The facilities were great. But we also realized we missed our
tent.
We missed our tent and our camper.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because that's sort of become home for us now. So from Olifants, we then headed off to
Letaba.
Yeah. Which
beautiful
was
camp.
Letaba was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, there is on a side note, there is a bit of a bee problem there. Shame. The kids were a bit in a tiz just because Tora, shame, she had actually been stung on the tongue at Skakuza camp. So did Vince. They both drank out of a can that had a bee in it. So shame. The bees are a bit of an issue, but they're not. I wouldn't say we would never go back there because of the bees. Like they're easy to handle.
It's part of it. Megs just has a bit of a fear of bees, so it's amplified. But
yeah.
I didn't really struggle with it, and I think the camp on a whole was. I would say personally, in terms of like the way it looks, the setting. The campsites are nice and spacious, great facilities, beautiful swimming pool.
Yeah.
Just a word of advice that their shop did burn down, I think,
a
a couple months ago or so,
yeah.
and they haven't quite rebuilt it. They have got a little temporary shop set up, but it is limited.
Yeah, so definitely stock up if you're jumping between camps. Stock up before you head there.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall beautiful. That's where we got the Scops owl in camp in the tree. So that was lovely.
Yeah, that was cool to locate. Yeah, and I mean obviously there was a lot of reptile life there. We saw quite a few snakes. You know, I don't mind snakes as long as they're not in the tent. And yeah, we got some good birds there as well. And again, you on the Letaba River, which is absolutely beautiful. Game viewing again was a little bit slow.
Yeah.
Keep in mind we are here sort of during the very green thick time, you know. So the Mopani bush was incredibly thick.
Yeah.
You couldn't see 10 meters into it, so your visual was a little bit less. But it is really a beautiful part of the park, and you're relatively close to Palabora Gate.
Yeah, they also have a lovely elephant museum there if you ever want to go there with the kids or just by yourself, just to see and read up and learn about the past tuskers that came through the park and the current ones as well. You can't put it into words, the size of these tusks and their skulls and their feet, and they've got such a brilliant visual demonstration for the kids to understand like what the size of the elephant gets to, and then they've got a demonstration of like human size growth. So it was really brilliant to walk through that with the kids as well.
Yeah, and if you do come across big tuskers, you can actually big tuskers are just elephants with relatively big tusks. So you can see they're much older elephants. You can actually take photos, and you can go into the museum and try compare it to the information they give you there on the current tuskers in Kruger National Park, and it's quite cool. Yeah. So Letaba was great. We had an awesome time there. It was one of our longest days. We met some amazing people there. The kids made friends, and so from Letaba we headed off to Mopani.
Yeah.
So and that was another bungalow stay for us. It was a short one because there's no camping allowed at Mopani, the same as Olifants.
Yeah.
And the bungalow was a little bit different, slightly bigger. I really loved Mopani. I mean the way it's situated really is beautiful.
A beautiful part of the park.
So it's built sort of right on this little hill right next to a dam called Pioneer Dam, and there's beautiful sunset views over that dam, and obviously a lot of life around that dam in terms of crocodiles, hippos, birds, etc. So you listen to those sounds at night. It really is special.
Yeah, Mopani was lovely. Just on a side note, make sure that you bring cash with, because the signal tower does not always work, so you can't use your card. So that was a learning curve for us, because we had to drive all the way back to Letaba to go draw money and to come all the way back. So
and they've got a beautiful restaurant there.
Oh, it's stunning. Looks out over the dam. There's hippos, crocodiles. We actually saw our first nightjar there as well.
The European nightjar, which is one of the rarer ones.
Which was lovely.
That was cool to see. And then also a pool area.
Yeah.
It's got all the facilities that you need. Like I said, just be prepared. Well, like Meg said, the signal side of things are a little bit poor. But Mopani was great. Beautiful shop. Big shop. Basically you can do all your shopping there, obviously a petrol station, etc. So we had a short stay at Mopani. It was only 2 nights. We did see lions there. It was sort of down
in the distance,
down into the Sand River. They had made a buffalo kill, but it was a little bit far, so it wasn't the greatest of
But overall, sightings. Lovely stay though. Really nice break as well. If you do just want to stay in a bungalow for a couple nights, it's lovely.
Yeah, and then I think Mopani actually has what I would put down. Okay, now after Pafuri, it's probably the second most beautiful road in.
Yes, we actually saw Rowan there at Mopani, which was a wonderful find, and it's just got a really big. It's the strangest thing. Like you're driving through thick Mopani, and next minute it just opens out onto these beautiful
grass,
plains.
Grass plains, and there we saw some of the most incredible elephants. I mean, elephants that are like sort of walking on the horizon. You almost feel like you're in the Serengeti. And that's the S143 loop. Yeah, it was absolutely a beautiful road. We actually have frames where we had ellies drinking from a weir, hyenas walking around the ellies, and blackback jackal with zebras in the background. It was just like
wonderful.
it was just like a postcard for Africa.
Yeah, it was really nice. Last couple camps that we went to, just because they were short stay, so we're going to jam pack it all into one lovely video for you guys. So we hope you enjoy.